Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Just Learn Crypto Show. Today we're sitting here with Darryll from Coincierge Club. He's going to teach me about this cool project out of Vegas, and we're going to talk about Bitcoin, blockchain, and all that good stuff. So Darryll, thanks for being on the show, and why don't you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you so much for thinking of us. So I'm Darryll DiPietro, the founder, CEO, and president of Coincierge Club. Coincierge Club offers 3 products. We built a mobile private key wallet with over 20,000 supported assets. We built a point of sale that connects to that private key wallet and allows vendors to ring up items and actually collect cryptocurrency and not collect fiat currency, which is huge because most of the things right now are still reconciling to fiat. And then we built what we feel is the world's first service-backed token. We took the model of the American Express Black Card Centurion card, but put it on a token so you don't have to have a $1 million credit limit in order to have access to amenities that only the super elite and super rich have right now. Basically making it available to more people.
Okay. So walk me through the process. Like say someone wants to start using Coincierge Club. Where do they start?
Yeah, absolutely. So it depends on where you're at in your, cryptocurrency portfolio. If you already have a Waves platform account, perfect. Go to the Google Play Store, download our application. You'll just bring your seed in and you'll automatically have that account in Coincierge. So if you move coins on Waves, they'll move on Coincierge. It's basically like a view or a skin of that Waves account. If you don't have a Waves account, fine as well, because you can generate those seeds and private key information from within inside our application simply by hitting create an account. And it takes about 3 minutes to set up an account. Been getting a lot of compliments on how easy it is to set up and how fast it is to set up.
Do you guys have a KYC process for that?
We do. Yeah, we work with Civic.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I love Civic, man.
Yeah, Civic's awesome. We've been partners with them. I think it was about a year ago this month. We met them up in Santa Clara, locked the deal in, I want to say like February. So yeah, they're great. They support us. And yeah, so once you have that account set up, you're not going to have any coins in there, or if you had a Waves account, you will, but you can all go into the app and actually buy Coincierge Club coins through our gateway off of our website. Okay. And so then at that point, it ports directly from the app to a URL. It gives you a disclosure so that we have our SEC compliance out there. And then it allows you to purchase coins with Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and Dash. And soon to come Dogecoin, just because I love their little logo and I want to, I think more people should have Doge in their life. And I don't even know any Doge. I just think the logo is really freaking cool.
Yeah, and there's that new Brotherium token coming out, eh?
I saw that. So yeah, once you get coins, you got Coincierge Club coins in your wallet, you become part of the Coincierge Club. And then you can call us up and say, hey, I need a hotel discount. Hey, I need help booking this. I need help, logistically navigating this. Or can I get a recommendation on what the best this to do or what's the best that to do? And right now that service is mostly centralized in Las Vegas, but we also have a partner with a nightclub in San Diego. And one of our vendor managers is in South Florida. So we have connections to other tourism hotspots. And as we scale, we'll start to develop those out.
Awesome.
But yeah, and then once you have that, you can buy things with it. So if you go to Goat Bar, you can buy a beer with Coincierge Club coin without ever using fiat currency whatsoever.
That's awesome, man. I mean, we need more use cases like that for sure. Like we have a project kind of similar, not really in the same spectrum, but it's called Buns here in Canada. Okay. And that started off as a bartering website or it was a page on Facebook. So say you had a microwave, but you needed a kitchen table, it's only for trading. So there's no money involved.
Wow. I love that.
Yeah, it was really cool. I used to use it all the time. And then they're based out of Toronto. They launched a coin called Bits, BTZ. And they've got like a few hundred restaurants and stores in Toronto that you can go and use this currency. You can earn the currency for trading stuff. So you can put it up on the app. You can, say you've got an old video game console, you sell it for 1,000 buns, and then you can take those buns. There's bars, there's restaurants, you can go get your hair cut. So it's really cool to see like use cases like this coming out where people can really completely avoid the fiat, the banking system, and take themselves out of that and kind of live financially off the grid. It's exciting to see.
That's what it's all about, man.
Yeah,
we got to get rid of these middlemen. We got to get rid of the banks. I'm not trying to go too far off subject, but a good friend of mine who's a good friend of yours wasn't allowed to go to an event that we actually sponsored. The person putting on it told me point blank that person is not allowed at this event. And I think that's a major problem. And I won't bend our brand to work with companies that are elitists, to companies that are trying to force out the people that are trying to build this industry or are 100% just for profit in a capitalistic manner. when we are an emerging industry that needs help with development.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a sad reality that we're getting a lot of moles into this industry. We're getting a lot of government workers, a lot of bankers, a lot of people that are really trying to get on the inside so that they can manipulate the market, manipulate the media, and these are people that have a lot of influence that like the sheeple of the world really listen to, and it's sad to see that there's so much manipulation going on in such an amazing industry. Like the community in crypto is awesome. It's so helpful. But there's still these people that are just like not willing to work with other people and are trying to exclude people and still creating borders of entry. So it's really important for projects to come out that make it easy for people to use crypto as a currency and not have to rely on these middlemen services. So what inspired you to get Coincierge Club going? Like, what was there like a pinnacle moment where you were like, fuck this system, I'm gonna make my own system?
Yeah. You could see in the background, we have a Vegas-based business. I was a Vegas VIP host. I wasn't just like a normal, I was a big name in the industry. I had a lot of people following me, 5,000 bottle service customers, over $1 million a year in bottle service sold. And one day they changed the law and said I couldn't work in that industry. I couldn't qualify for a gaming license. And so I wasn't able to continue to do what I was doing, feed my family. Yeah. And I had a friend that worked at Google. I was able to go work there. It's kind of how I sectored back in the tech. And then they fired me, and I was on unemployment with Google. And this kid was going cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. And I'm like, yeah, right, dude, that's a scam. Like, I'm not about to like lose my only money that I have right now. But I saw another person, and he was posting about Ethereum, and I started to do research and realized it wasn't just him providing the information. There's all this independent information out there. So I gave it a whirl. I gave 25% of my weekly unemployment to this company called the Bitcoin Brain that was supposed to pay an interest rate every day, because I didn't know any better. I didn't know that was a Ponzi scheme. I just knew that this is what this kid was claiming to be making money on it every day. Yeah. So I did it. And 3 days later, my money was gone. The website shut down, and nobody's to be heard of. That's cool, and that really did not settle right with me. And we had a chat group that was for that platform, and I hijacked it. And I said, who wants to build something that's ethical? I said, literally, why can't we build our own? And I got 4 people out of that wanted to be involved with it. And so we built a faucet that gave away free Bitcoin, started blogging about different platforms, and we built a forum. And about 3 weeks into that, I found out about this law called SB 398, which ironically passed the day that we met for the first time to discuss this business. And it says any business that operates on blockchain technology or entity on blockchain technology in the state of Nevada is not subject to outside taxes, licenses, or regulations. So we jumped in. We built a coin for nightlife because it was an opportunity for me to continue to work in nightlife and continue to sell bottle service, which my value at that point was only that. I mean, that was how I was generating income. I had to do it super, super, super slick because it was not legal to broker table deals in Vegas. Now with this coin and this token and this platform, it is. And you don't need a promoter license. You don't need a gaming card. You don't need any of that stuff. And so that's really, what got me into this was this drive to fix a broken problem. And then I realized that there was an even bigger broken problem that we could fix. And as we've evolved this brand, that just keeps getting bigger. And we keep noticing more, issues in the financial systems and elitism and just this whole sector of people that make money off of money. Shouldn't be able to make money off of money. That's not a skill. Like, being able to invest money is not a skill. Buying stocks is not a skill. And so we need to figure out a way to, like you said, get rid of the spies, count out the moles. I was joking the other day that you guys sent me into there because I went to Wall Street. I put a fucking suit on, and I went right in there. I was at the NASDAQ building with Pierce and Justin and Jeremy. And then we were talking shit about the whole thing afterwards.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I saw that, man. That was really cool. It's awesome that you had the opportunity and that you were actually able to get out there in time, because I know that you were kind of worried that you weren't going to be able to get out there. So, yeah, man, that's awesome that you made it out.
You know what happened? The community bought my ticket.
Yeah.
The community stepped up. That same person who, I'm not trying to put anybody on blast, that same person that couldn't go to the event paid for half of my ticket.
Wow.
Paid for half of my ticket, and I couldn't even get him into the event.
All right, moving on.
Yeah, so basically, we went into this Wall Street event in suits and went on camera live and talked to them about how elitism can't happen and how you can't basically say this part of the sector isn't allowed to play in the space. And that's a problem, because now what Wall Street's doing is they're creating security tokens. And the basis of a security token is that you need to be an accredited investor. And that's the basis of what's wrong with the financial system right now.
Mhm.
And what I was saying earlier is, you've got the money people that are like, retarded jocks. And then you've got the nerds and the crypto people that are actually developing the real projects.
Mhm.
And then you got me. I'm kind of somewhere like in the middle where I'll go into that event and I don't care. I'll call somebody out right to their face.
Yep.
I'm not like scared to get in a little scuffle. I'm not scared if someone calls me out or talks bad about me, because we need to fix this space. And we need someone or some group to call out the scammers,
Mhm.
the predatory conferences, and all these people that are just for profit.
Yeah.
Because realistically, if this thing has any brakes on it or anything that's stifling it, it's not going to grow.
Yeah.
And states like Nevada are realizing that. States like Wyoming are realizing that. They're giving sandboxes to these developers to build projects. And I think that's important. I couldn't use a Bitcoin thing. What was it? It was Changely. I couldn't use Changely in the state of New York. Did you know that?
Yeah, New York has some weird laws, like really weird regulations there.
It's not okay.
No.
That's not okay. And I didn't realize it until it affected me firsthand, but I was stranded in New York City with like $4 cash on me. Luckily, I was able to do an OTC deal with my buddy and get some cash.
Yeah.
Because I tried to use a Bitcoin ATM and I still haven't passed KYC verification, and that was yesterday.
You need to do KYC for an ATM in New York?
I was in Midtown Manhattan, and I found one of the only, there's like 4 Bitcoin ATMs, and I went to it, and it made me take a picture of my driver's license. It made me take a picture of me. And yeah, I've still yet to be verified.
That's sketchy, man.
That's a problem.
Dude, I've never seen an ATM that needs KYC. Like that's
who allowed these regulations to pass?
Well, the problem is there's no regulations really on ATMs. Like maybe there are in New York, but in a lot of places there aren't. Like in where I live in Ottawa, a lot of the ATMs that were popping up last year were owned by drug dealers that were using them to launder their cash. They were putting their dirty money in. People were buying Bitcoin. There was cash recyclers inside of the machines, and they were literally showing up at these stores wearing a mask, going in, emptying out the cash, and leaving. Like it sucks that there needs to be some sort of regulations to protect people, but it's ironic that we need protection
from our own money.
Exactly, and we need protection from the people that we're trying to rebel against by using this technology. By the way, BitPay magically didn't work in New York either. Really?
It did. Okay, let me make a statement because I don't want to come off this. It didn't 100%. When I got to Manhattan, we're staying at like 31st Street, and it did work for a $30 transfer from Bitcoin Cash to fiat so that I could grab an Uber or Lyft, because Uber doesn't work with BitPay. And then when I tried to move, first it was like 50, but I actually tried a bunch of different. It would not send the transaction. It was 2 days later, yesterday. It actually timed me out and said that I tried to generate 20 transactions in a day.
Wow. And
so it wouldn't let me do any more. Second I got back to Nevada, I hit $50 to my fiat thing and worked perfectly.
Really?
So these are I guess basically what I'm coming at, this is the empire. It's the empire state. Mm-hmm. They can't be any more blatant about what they are. Mm-hmm. And we just need to stop doing things in New York.
Yeah.
We need to stop Consensus New York. We need to stop New York Blockchain Week. We need to stop all these predatory conferences and all these events from going in there. Yeah. Because they are saying no to us. We need to say no to them. We don't need them. Come to Nevada. Go to Wyoming, Arizona. There's some great laws in these states.
Yeah.
And I actually have a feeling that California is about to get a lot more Bitcoin friendly with their new governor. That I don't even really pay attention to politics like that, but I did read that they were one of the pro crypto states. They're pro governor in a crypto state. So
yeah, Canada's getting really crypto friendly too. Like Vancouver's a huge hub for cryptocurrency in Canada. We have the Blockchain Association of Canada that actually has a working relationship with the federal government of Canada. I went to a couple meetups with them. And actually, one of the advisors for Just Learn Crypto is the director of the Blockchain Association of Canada. So nice. I know that they're working hand in hand. I know that Canada wants to use blockchain. We have a set of regulations. I was actually talking to, I'm sure you've heard Malta is supposed to be a really crypto-friendly place.
Yeah, and they're pushing towards using waves.
So I was talking to someone, I'm not going to mention like the name, but I was speaking to someone who has a project out of Malta. And they were saying kind of the opposite. They were saying that the regulations aren't clear. They keep changing the ways that companies need to answer to the regulating bodies. They're actually making it a real pain in the ass for companies to operate out of Malta, and that they were actually eyeing Canada as a place to move the company over Malta. So
Interesting.
yeah, so I mean, obviously I'm not going to say any names, or I'm not the person to speculate on that, but it's just cool. I think that what we're going to start seeing is we're going to start seeing over the next 5-10 years that countries, governments are going to realize that they can't stop this, and that there's going to become a competition between countries to get these projects working out of their countries. We're going to see companies making tax breaks, making the regulations more flexible, so that companies are going to be entitled or incentivized to come from Bermuda and come run your business out of Canada, or come run it out of Europe, or come run it out of the US.
And I think that's important, man, because right now the image of the United States is that we're not crypto friendly. It's very hard to start a business, and you need to go to a place that has no regulations. It's actually the opposite of that, specifically where we're at. We don't need to worry about any state laws, no state regulations, no state licensing, from everything from the state level down. We don't have to worry about. Wow, why did that get brighter when I put my hands up? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's the light behind you.
So all you need to do is pay your U.S. taxes, follow certain regulations. The SEC was very, very, very clear. As long as you don't ICO, as long as you don't attach a value to the token that can be determined off the performance of your business, then you're not a freaking security.
Yeah, exactly.
People just don't. It's like they want the fast money. They want, we're going to run an ICO, and so we're going to run off to Venezuela and do it. Okay, cool. You do that. We'll be in the United States with our, fully legal, DUNS number, SSL certificate. I go through the list, and people are like, wow, you have all that stuff? We didn't need to get it. We just did it. We wanted to be within the law so that when regulations do come, or if they, decide to change that, we won't fail. We won't have to shut down. And I think it's interesting that, the U.S. government is looking at Ripple right now. That's an important, big, big, big deal. I don't know if it's a good big deal or a bad big deal, because if they look at Ripple and then they decide, hey, Ripple's the only cryptocurrency we allow, then, that's kind of fucked up. But I think it's good that the discussions are actually out there.
That's happening for sure.
Yeah, man. It's real important for the country whose money runs the world to not be ignored when it comes to this.
Yeah, absolutely, man. There's definitely a lot of exciting stuff coming out over the next few years. What's coming out for Coincierge Club? What's next on your roadmap?
It's funny that you ask. We filed a patent for the tokenization of electricity, and we want to build international trade routes from Mexico City to New Orleans, New Orleans to Mexicali, and Mexicali to Vegas. We're going to be working with some solar panel companies. This is all conceptual right now, but the patent is pending. The claims are in. We started to work on the algo. And so it's in process right now. I mean, it's not unattainable, but basically solar gets collected from a solar panel. It passes through our algorithm. It tokenizes based off the value of energy at that time. And it creates a supply chain for that energy that then can run into our point of sale, which will allow the deregulation and open up an opportunity for people to spend energy credits, which is something they've never been able to do before. They have one buyer right now, and that's their power company. And we're going to allow them to spend it on gasoline, groceries, wherever our point of sale is accepted, these tokens will be able to be accepted. So we're calling that the Token Energy Project. It's in the works. Got a couple different state and local governments that we're working with. My father is a former town council chairman from Connecticut, and also a pretty high up fireman. He teaches fire science, so he's going to be able to help us out with some stuff out here as far as incorporating some dirt, doing some stuff out here to make it even more feasible for us to build this. But that's the vision. We want to connect everybody and all the information. We want to use one QR code for everything. We want it to be where you don't need to have paper, and you don't need to worry about someone not trusting the information. That's important. We need to be able to trust the information that's out there.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we're moving toward, I can feel it. I can see it. We're moving towards this big community. And once we figure out how to all work together, it's going to be unstoppable.
Absolutely, man. And that's the problem right now, is that a lot of people are competing with each other instead of working together to try and find solutions,
Bro, I told Jason at Horde, I go, I want to make it so that when you open up your scanner and you scan one of our QR codes, data pops. What do we have to do? call on our API. What do we have to do?
Yeah.
And that's important because, you know, they're going to come out with a wallet. We have a wallet. Why can't we work together?
Exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, how many wallets do we need? Like, you know what I mean?
One. You need the Coincierge wallet with over 20,000 supported assets. Sorry. Shameless plug.
So what's your next move in terms of crypto? Like, what are you investing in right now? If you don't, like, do you trade? Do you do anything?
No, I don't trade at all. I'm a holder. I like waves a lot. I'm really, 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 really bullish on waves. Civic is another one. But those are because we work with them. Yeah. And we work on them, we build on them. And so we can see the tech, we know the team, they're easily accessible. We know they're not going to shut down. On speculation market, it's tough. Kick ICO, I got them with at the pre-ICO, so that's pretty solid. What else do I have? I'm really looking at this Dogecoin. I don't know why. It's like calling me, man. I met the Dogecoin millionaire the other day out at Nathan's thing in August. And yeah.
Yeah, actually the Dogecoin millionaire, he just joined our Telegram group for Brotherium.
Nice. Yeah, I know, he's a cool dude.
Yeah.
I was with him in August, and I was with him again last week at WCC.
All right, so here's an exercise we're going to do. I want you to explain Coincierge Club to a 5-year-old. Go.
Okay. So basically, we're going to use a lollipop instead of money, because a 5-year-old doesn't know what money is. But a 5-year-old has a lollipop. And I'm going to be the government. So I'm going to take that lollipop from that kid. I'm going to eat 40% of it and then hand him back and say, here's your whole complete lollipop. We have done nothing different than what you had when you first had it. Mm-hmm. And with Coincierge, you get the whole lollipop. Not only do you get the lollipop, you get the Jolly Rancher, you get the Hershey's Kiss, you get the candy cane, and 20,000 other candies supported on this system. And when you want to give candy to your friends, they get the whole piece of the candy. They don't just get 60% of the candy. They get the whole thing. And so in the end, everybody gets more of their own candy. They don't have the middleman eating their candy, taking candy from a baby, because that's basically what the government's doing, is taking candy from a baby. And that's the Coincierge Club app for a 5-year-old, bro.
Awesome. I love it. Now I'm hungry for candy too.
my daughter's screaming for candy from downstairs.
So where can people follow Coincierge Club? What social media platforms? Kind of shill Coincierge Club a little bit.
Yeah, so we've got a Telegram chat, we've got WhatsApp chat, we've got Facebook, we've got Twitter, Instagram. All of it's under the Coincierge. So coincierge.club. Look for us on all those different social medias. We're very accessible. We're looking to work with any business that's building anything in the cryptocurrency space. So if you're a founder, if you have a project, if you're looking for listing on a wallet, reach out to us. We're here. That's what we do. We want to help.
That's awesome, man. Well, listen, thanks for being on the show, man. Super appreciative. Guys, follow Coincierge Club. Amazing project. And, as always, have a good day and stay crypto.
Yeah, bro. You too.
Ciao.